you know the person that was scheduled to do your service appointment is sick and we'll have to cancel it.
Oh! Oh no!
Okay. When's the next available appointment? In 2 weeks?
Hey guys, my name's Dan, and this reaction comes from JaidenAnimations. This is y'all mind if I complain for 15 minutes. Now, if there's anything I've learned from therapy is you gotta get your thoughts out there, things that bother you. You gotta be able to vent. So whether it's to your friends, to your family, a therapist, or in this case, your entire YouTube audience, it's always important to get that out there, because if you let it stay in for too long, it really eats you up, and it's just a whole mess, and sometimes it can just blow up. It's just not good. So before we get into it, though, please check all those links I got for you down in the description below, and also check out all of those buttons to click on: the subscribe button, the like button, all those buttons. You can click those along the way of this reaction. And without any further ado, let's go.
A while ago, I went to the bank to get a new debit card. I walked in, the lady asked, "Can I help you?" And I said, "I'd like a new debit card, please."
Yeah!
Her face scrunched a bit, and then she replied, let me see what I can do. Would you take a seat for a moment? I sat in the lobby chair for 30 minutes, assuming that she was doing everything in her power to get me a new debit card. And when the lady finally came back, she simply said, "No, we don't do that."
What?
But you're the bank. For the longest time, I've been tossing around this little thought. I don't know if it's just me, but it kind of feels like the world around us doesn't quite work anymore. At least compared to, say, a decade ago, it seems like everything has gotten less efficient and, dare I say, stupid. Anytime I go
she ain't wrong.
out to get something done, I come back 3 hours later with nothing accomplished and a fresh desire to punch a wall. I've tried to gaslight myself out of it. Maybe I'm overreacting here. Humans have always been flawed creatures, so of course it's doomed to bleed into the construction of our society.
Fair.
But I just keep thinking back to those 30 useless minutes in that bank chair, and I simply don't believe it. You're not gonna convince me that a bank has always been incapable of giving people new debit cards.
I'm pretty sure you can do that online, can't you? Like, I feel like I've done that before.
And also that it took 30 minutes to tell me. Something has changed. It really dawned on me when I watched the Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode Dennis Takes a Mental Health Day, where Dennis tries to have a normal, relaxing day, but is faced with inconveniences at every corner that spike his blood pressure. Highly recommend watching. The whole show is phenomenal, but that specific episode was so real and truly made me process things are getting less efficient. And it's not just in my head. First of all, like the episode addressed, everything needs a goddamn app now. The thermostat, air filters, light bulbs. I bought the cats a new automated litter box, and guess who now has a litter box app on her phone to even turn on? I'm sick of the stupid apps. They don't make life easier no matter how many times these products try to convince me they do. The UI is always clunky and confusing. Nothing is optimized. Companies act like you can part the Red Sea with their apps, when more often than not, I'm stuck trying to connect it to the device in the first place. When was the last time you bought a new anything and had it completely set up and working within 5 minutes of unboxing it? At this point, if my Wi-Fi goes out, every electronic in my house becomes a useless block of metal, because
freaking facts right there. Everything's connected to the internet.
None of it works on its own anymore. Everything needs Wi-Fi, an app, an account linked to my email, a subscription service, and on top of it all, they sell all the information I hand over against my will to random other companies so they can send me stupid junk mail. Also,
oh my god, this is too real.
When did unchecking the sign me up for online newsletters and discounts just not work anymore? Every single time I buy something online, I make sure to not sign up for the website's stupid email notifications. And what do I find fresh in my inbox?
I actually kind of like that, to be honest, because I like seeing their new products, because I like spending my money on useless things.
I wake up the next morning, check out this month's wacky deals.
Oh, God. The anger in that. I felt it.
Car, right? One day, it just straight up refused to play music. After troubleshooting for 5 minutes, it turned out I needed to download a software update to my car.
Yep.
Even though the music worked perfectly normal before the update. Sure, fine, the future's now. But for some reason, the car couldn't find or connect to the Wi-Fi. So because of that, I get to experience LA traffic in pure silence.
Ew!
I spent thousands of dollars on a car just for it to randomly not be able to perform a task cars have been able to do for the past 70 years. I do like electric cars. They're better for the environment.
Sure.
And it's great not having to go to the gas station.
Sure.
But let's not pretend the car has to be a computer now. I got one of those modern tech cars that made the innovative choice to remove all the physical buttons and knobs and put every single basic feature into the car's giant touchscreen. Before getting it, I didn't think that would affect my experience too much. I thought, well, when I drive, I normally don't fiddle with the buttons all the time anyway. But
Fair.
now I have to deal with things like not being able to manually open the glove compartment because it has no latch. I have to speak into the car microphone, open glove compartment. And every single time it opens the charging port.
Oh,
think about that one before buying. Also, when I do need to do something while driving, it feels way more unsafe than I initially realized. They didn't even build AC knobs, so to turn up the air, I have to essentially play on the car iPad while
What car does she have?
paying attention to oncoming traffic. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm neither an engineer or car specialist. But that feels stupid. Apparently, enough people started complaining about the lack of buttons in high-tech cars, so they started putting them back in, which now puts into question these experts making these decisions in the first place. What do you mean thousands of people had to say using a giant iPad while driving is unsafe? Before
you
they
think?
were like, you know what? These people might be onto something. A few weeks after I bought the car, I accidentally stepped on glass and needed to go to urgent care.
Ow!
So Jacob and I hopped in, and as we started driving down the neighborhood, the screen got covered with software update required. Thinking it was a simple fix, Jacob pulled off to the side of the road and clicked download, to which the car completely locked and became undrivable until it finished the download. Which was 45 minutes.
Oh my god!
Having to call an Uber to go to urgent care, despite owning a fully functioning car.
Oh my
god! I suppose they got me again. Also, I don't know how a car can download a software update on the side of the road and not in my own goddamn garage. It all just feels so dumb. Nothing feels like it's checked to make sure the customer has a half-decent user experience anymore, because companies think slapping an app together makes something high-tech enough to get away with slop. And on top of it all, everything is a subscription service. Why can't I simply buy my stupid computer car and have it come with the tech that's already built into it? Subscribe to be able to connect to the internet. Subscribe to enable auto steering. For a while, companies were thinking about turning the seat warmers into a subscription. The heat coil is already in the car that I bought. Just leave us alone. Imagine pitching to someone 15 years ago, oh yeah, the car you bought? Yeah, it's all yours. But you have to pay money every month to use the windshield wipers. It's become so common for us to buy products and not even actually own them, and you need to pay money every month to keep using them. And they're bad. Businesses have always prioritized profit. That's never changed. I'm not upset about that. But at least in the past, they had to, in good faith, offer something that actually did the shit it was advertised to do. Now they just go, oh damn, we can give less and charge more? Hell yeah, brother, lock the cold out the fridges. The other day, I wanted to get a new router for my office. Jacob and I headed over to our internet provider store, and I said, hello, can I buy a router? Oh, we don't actually sell routers here. You need to go online and ask customer service to send you one.
So what's the point of the store?
As I was processing this, Jacob decided they wanted to get a phone upgrade. Excuse me, could I actually buy this phone? Yeah, we don't have those in stock here. You can buy it, but it'll have to be shipped to your house.
Yeah, that part I know. My most recent phone I had to buy online.
We went to the internet and phone store and left with no internet and no phone. What are the employees being paid to do at that point? What's the point in any of it? I get that a lot of shopping has shifted to online, but
Yep.
I really, really miss simply having the option to go to the store.
Not
They're
me, man.
becoming empty husks with a logo on top.
I'm an introvert, man. If anything can be done on the internet, I will do it.
So, excuse me, but I need to ask customer service to buy a router? Just let me exchange my money for the item that you very obviously sell. Anytime I'm told I need to contact customer service, I consider it a lost battle. Nothing exists in this world that is worth descending the trenches that is a customer service phone call.
Oh, God, I hate customer service so much.
Companies have put it together that if they make everything inconvenient and frustrating, set up enough cryptic hoops to make people jump through, waste as much time as possible, people will just give up.
Yep.
And they don't have to deal with anything. It's sick. Once I needed to call a plumber, but was only allowed to go through a very specific company for the service. So I called in, sat on hold for 40 minutes, as
Ugh.
you expected, and finally got connected to someone. Hello, what can I help you with today? Hi, I was calling to make a service appointment. Alright, sounds good. I'm gonna check our calendar and call back with our availabilities. Oh, okay. Thank you. And so I waited.
And
For
waited.
2 days.
Oh, God.
And she never called me back. So, of course, I call back, sit on hold for another 40 minutes, and try again.
Sounds right.
Hello, what can I help you with today? Hi, I'm calling to make a service appointment. I called before, but no one called me back, so I wanted to follow up on that. Okay, let me check. We're available in a month at 7 a.m.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Are there no other times available? Nope. Alright, I can do in a month at 7 a.m.
Sure.
Thank you very much. Awesome. Exactly what I wanted.
Yeah,
The month
totally.
comes and goes, and the day before the appointment, I get a call from the plumbing company. Hello, I'm calling to let you know the person that was scheduled to do your service appointment is sick and we'll have to cancel it.
Oh! Oh, no!
Okay. When's the next available appointment? In 2 weeks? Okay. Thank
Oh,
you.
God!
At this point, I was fuming, right? How hard could it be to get a very specific company to provide a service they forced me to use them for? Well, get this. I woke up the next morning at 10 a.m. because I didn't have to wake up early anymore, looked at my phone, and saw a single missed call from, of course, the plumbing company.
Oh, no!
Hello, the plumber arrived at the location this morning at 6 a.m., but left because no one was home. Please call back to reschedule. Thank you.
Oh, my God!
Guys, I can't even write into words what I was feeling that moment, because if I did, this would be the last video of my career. A single service appointment is all I ask. For my sink that is dissolving at this point. Also, we're completely brushing over the fact they arrived an hour early for the canceled appointment, so I would have missed it anyway. And just like that, it was all back at square one. And you know what?
Huh.
I gave up.
Yeah.
Congratulations, plumbing company. You won! The trophy? My sink is broken. I was justifiably feeling upset, so
Mhm.
I wanted to go out and get myself those Pillsbury Halloween cookies with the pumpkins and ghosts on them because
Nom
it was the season. I looked online to see if the grocery store had them, and the website said, in stock, confirmed in the past hour. So I got dressed, drove over, and lo and behold, the store had 0 Halloween cookies. I did
No!
the same charade 2 more times until I just went home and cried. What's the point anymore? Really, my car doesn't work, the stores don't work, the litter box needs Wi-Fi. I'm just so tired. We're doomed to be wrung of every single dollar we have.
Yep.
Cursed to scroll endlessly on social media because it's evil now.
Yep.
It's nothing good anymore. We're
No.
being left behind over here, and no one can do anything about it cares. I don't want to get too doomer in the silly
Oh,
animated YouTube video.
Yeah.
Sorry, maybe a bit of reality started to seep in there between the funny little stories. Quickly, I'm going to talk about things that do spark joy in my life.
Good.
There's been an influx of people going back to old tech as a way to step out of the overwhelming and predatory modern innovation era, and
True.
I am also on that boat. A while back, I started playing on my old 3DS, and something about using a classic handheld rewires my brain in the best way. Being all bundled up with your DS, no second monitor content, maybe some snacks, it feels like my mind gets to heal from the constant rot. Cleansed
There's nothing like nostalgia to bring you back and make you feel good.
from the addicting flashing colors and stimuli of current media. Another way I heal from the evils is by seeing all of my best friends. Truly going out and being with people in real life is the medicine that heals all. I'm not joking. No matter how much the world breaks me down, a good hangout with friends to vent and blow off steam really does take the edge off. And getting to turn annoying moments that piss you off into something to share with your friends as a funny story is a great way to laugh it off and just move on. I'm sure many other people have their own ways to break free from the ever-looming capitalist clutches, but overall, I've just been trying to go back to basics, depend on things less, not constantly overwhelm my senses. I think it's unfortunate that a lot of us have gotten to the point where we need to police ourselves in what we consume because everything is trying to be the most addictive little parasite ever created by humans with no empathy. But until the pendulum eventually swings back the other way, it is possible to break out of the bubble, and if you've been feeling similarly to me, I recommend giving it a try. In the meantime, even though everything feels like a constant mess, I suppose it does make for funny stories to share.
Sure.
I didn't realize I scripted 2 different complaining videos in a row. I'm really sorry about that. I didn't mean to, and it comes across really negative.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You're allowed to complain. You're allowed to vent. Again, like she said, if you gotta have somebody to vent these things to, whether it be friends, family, a therapist, whoever, and they can kind of help you through it. It makes things feel a lot less strenuous, and it makes you feel like you can handle it a little bit better, because it gives you those outlets just to be able to get it off your chest, and then be able to lose yourself in nostalgia or whatever else is out there. So that's going to do it for me here. Comment down below. Let me know, how did you feel about this video? Please leave a like if you enjoyed it. Check all those links and click all of those buttons down in the description below. Every single one of them helps me out in some sort of way. The like button, the subscribe button, the button, every single button, just click all of them, it'll be fine. So, before we go though, I would like to give a huge shout out to all my $5 and up supporters on Patreon. Cruising, Wolverine 310, Kester Cronin, Joseph McSweeney, Roadrunner 1967, Chris Curtis, Fox Coffany, Morgan Page, Misa 2, Fleet Street Vicomp, Songbird 177, Misa 3, Inkalinquist, 20 Owl, The True Sunny Hero, Davisto David Asbun, The Demons of Rage, Kitty89, SCP-3887B, Andy Doan, Hyro Mangana Tineko, Tia Ursek Proposky, and Powerpuff Girls fan number 8. And if you two like to have a shout out at the end of each and every one of my videos, please head on over to patreon.com/DDanReactor for more. And I'll see you guys next time.